Let me tell you something very interesting about American culture. We absolutely love to sue each other, especially when it's a big corporation or a wealthy celebrity that's involved. And every once in a while, there's one lucky person who strikes gold and makes millions from doing it. But here's the thing. For every one that got rich, there are dozens who completely failed and went broke from chasing that dream. And what we're going to talk about today is one such case, involving one of the most famous rappers on the planet, Cardi B.
First off, who are you?
And lately, you've probably seen a clip or two all over the internet of Cardi B making these ridiculous meme expressions, because her recent civil suit was夸张as fuck. But here's one thing most people probably don't realize about those expressions, is that there's actually a very deep meaning behind them. And once you understand what was really going on in that courtroom, you will see that Cardi B is not just a mindless rapper, yo. She's actually pretty damn smart. In fact, her courtroom performance was incredible. We want to know what's even more incredible than that? Yo, do you want to know something amazing? Last year, Taiwan had over 16 million outbound trips. That makes us one of the top traveling countries in the entire world. That's why every Taiwanese person watching this video needs to know about Saily eSIM. Now the app, super simple. You just pick your plan, pay, and boom, you're instantly connected. Gone are the days of stressing about Wi-Fi when you travel to a new foreign city, or panicking because you forgot to set up your roaming service. And here's the best part. Even if you already have roaming, Saily gives you an extra backup. It's like having travel insurance for your internet while you're abroad. And once you download it, you are set for life, baby. Same app, same instant connection. No need to reinstall anything. It is that convenient. And check this, Saily works in over 200 regions worldwide. Practically anywhere you go in the entire world, Saily's got your back and has got you covered, son. But here's what makes Saily really special. Because Saily is not just some internet eSIM service, yo. It also has VPN built right in. We all know how sketchy them airport and cafe Wi-Fi can be. When you're connected with Saily, you don't need to worry about hackers or security breaches anymore, because Saily will keep your internet and your data completely safe. Oh, and plus, Saily eSIM has 24/7 live customer support. Having connection issues, or maybe you need a refund, because someone will be with you instantly with Saily's 24/7 support. Man, with that kind of round-the-clock support, it's like having a travel buddy who never sleeps. Are you ready to try it? Well, head on over to saily.com/howgg to download it and install right now. When you get there, you can use our very own personalized discount code howgg, that's HOWGG, to get 15% off on your purchase. Get the Saily eSIM service right now so that you can travel with confidence. Saily. So, after you downloaded Saily, 准备在爆米花，因为好像有一位的户头代志大条。Alright, so we're gonna take a little bit of break away from politics and talk about something a little 轻松一点，好吗? Okay. Cardi B. As of late, this rap pop superstar has proved herself to be rather impressive.
Certified free, 7 days a week, wet and gushy, make that pull-out game weak.
Now, due to some cultural differences, some Taiwanese people might not fully appreciate how remarkable Cardi B is. Imagine if just 20 years ago in Sanchong or Taichung Xinshechü, there was a young girl who sold pinglang by day and pole dance at the Miaoko by night. And in addition, she also dated bad boys from the Bajiajiu, getting into fights, committing fraud, and of course, she happened to be really good at cursing in Taiwanese. 她讲国语很台, and she is more than willing to talk about sexual stuff out in the open that will make even the most gangster of men blush. To put it simply, in Taiwan, this type of woman would be mocked as. However, when this woman suddenly started making music, the Taiwanese public ate that shit up, and she became an instant viral sensation, winning the Jinqu Jiang for Best Female Artist and becoming even more famous and wealthy than Jolene herself.
I'm so proud of myself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Cardi B.
Cardi B is defending herself against an old video that surfaced online where she claims she drugged and robbed men.
Oh yeah, you wanna me? Yeah, let's go to this hotel and I drug up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
In a statement on Twitter, Cardi B claims the video is 3 years old. She said she was speaking about actions that, quote, right or wrong that I felt I needed to do to make a living.
Now, Cardi was born in the Bronx, which back in the day was rough as shit. She never attended college, worked as a stripper, and was also a member of the famous Bloods gang.
His text, what happened?
Nah, that's what happens when you talk.
Now, her temper, just like her figure, is muy caliente. A lot of you might have assumed that that's just her on-screen persona, a way to keep up the hype and she's just playing a character. Maybe in real life, she's actually really, really nice.
Before the brawl, Cardi B arrived in an elaborate Dolce & Gabbana gown, vamping for photographers. Minutes later, Nicki Minaj showed up for the Harper's Bazaar party and also posed for the cameras. But when these two beauties crossed paths, watch out, an ugly melee ensued. One report says Nicki deliberately stepped on Cardi's train and then said something nasty about Cardi's baby daughter. New footage of the fight is surfacing. You can see Cardi stumbling across the hallway, held back by her security team. Suddenly, she lunges for Nicki, who is shielded by her security team. Moments later, there's Cardi undoing her shoe, then throwing it at Nicki. Nicki's team kept the shoe as Exhibit A. Cardi's gown was ripped in the back, exposing her backside. Her bodyguards quickly covered her with what's left of the gown. Cardi left the party with a nasty bump above her left eye. Her shoes were also gone.
In a nutshell, Cardi is genuinely not afraid of conflict. In fact, she loves it. Now, for my Taiwan audience, it might be really hard to imagine that someone like this could become a public figure.
We are now waiting to see if Cardi B will face any charges after throwing a microphone at a fan over the weekend who had thrown water.
Now, if this type of went down in Taiwan, the person would face absolute social media death and probably even have to make a 道歉影片.
I ain't no princess though, I'm a gangster, you know what I'm saying?
Real talk, the cultural difference is huge. So now that you have a basic understanding of what type of person Cardi B is, 接下来呢, you're gonna see just how clever she was in handling this lawsuit. So, 准备摸一点的爆米花 and we're going OG gangster 原味吧新手攻防 because 真的是代志大条.
The evidence will show that Cardi B was causing a disturbance. She started to yell, she started to curse, she started to really say things that don't make sense in this day and age. I think we all know that in this day and age, you don't use these type of language to people, okay? I'm not gonna even say to them. We'll have Imani Ellis tell you what the word is. You'll all hear how hurtful that word was to Imani Ellis. After she stated those words and hurt Imani Ellis, she then took a swing at her and attempted to hit her in the face. The evidence will show that after that, or sometime in between that, the evidence will show that Cardi B spit on the plaintiff, actually spit on her. And that's considered, according to the law, the evidence will show that it's considered an assault and battery in and of itself.
So this lawsuit stems from an incident that happened nearly 8 years ago when Cardi B went to a gynecologist by herself and then got into a conflict with a security guard named Imani Ellis. And Imani claims that Cardi B attacked her, which given Cardi B's history, I wouldn't be surprised if she actually did.
A girl had beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
The point is, if you really were attacked, in court, you have to show evidence, right?
And then finally, to make it all worse and make it really bad, Cardi B then, in the attack, Imani Ellis's left cheek. She cut it with her fingernail. Cardi B is left-handed, and somehow she was able to the left cheek with her left hand. Okay, because of this attack, Imani Ellis went to a Dr. Sher. Dr. Sher is a cosmetic surgeon. The evidence will show that Miss Imani Ellis went to Dr. Sher to find out what can be done to help her with this cut. And Dr. Sher said you need to wait for at least a year, maybe 2 years, because we want to see if it turns into a scar. You can't just run and do plastic surgery. So it did turn into a scar. And when she waited, and it was also very costly. She couldn't really afford the surgery. And as we all know, in April of 2020, the pandemic started. So another couple of years were lost because plastic surgery is elective surgery. So she lived with the scar for another couple of years. And in 2021, Dr. Sher died. He passed away.
So this security guard who's suing Cardi has no medical report of an injury and only has a consultation with a plastic surgeon about how to treat the wounds. And that doctor is dead. So what evidence does she actually have to prove that Cardi B attacked her?
2022, Imani Ellis went to a different doctor, Brent Mulliken, who you will hear from. Brent Mulliken is a plastic surgeon who was designated as an expert witness in this case, who will testify in his opinion why he believes where the scar came from in his opinion, which he will testify. The evidence will show that he will testify at his expert opinion of being a plastic surgeon, that the scar came from his finger.
So Imani's only so-called evidence is another plastic surgeon saying her scars were caused by fingernails. But whose fingernails? Nobody knows, showing just how ridiculous this lawsuit is. And what's even more ridiculous is that this security guard is asking $24 million in compensation from Cardi B.
And you understood when you saw Cardi B that she thought that you were using your phone to tell people that she was at a medical facility, correct?
Yes.
And as I understand it, you denied that you used your cell phone to photograph or film Cardi B on that day. Is that correct?
That's not true. I didn't record her or film her.
The question was, is it correct that you denied using your personal cell phone to photograph or videotape Cardi B on February 24, 2018?
Yes.
And isn't it correct that you don't have that phone, right? You no longer have that phone, you disposed of it. You can't show us that phone and show that you don't have any photographs or videos of Cardi B. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Now, the only way that Imani could prove that she didn't take photos of Cardi B would be to produce her phone, but she threw that phone away.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
Now, I'm almost certain that Imani hired a lawyer to legally extort Cardi for $24 million. After all, even getting 1/10 or even 1/100th of that amount would be a very profitable and successful extortion operation. So how in the hell could her lawyer win a case without any witnesses or evidence?
Do you remember yesterday you said that there was a verbal altercation between the two of you? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay. And an altercation is a fight, isn't it? It's a verbal fight. You had a verbal fight with her. Yes or no? You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said, bitch, get the f out my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it to her now, go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to
I
her
want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for herself.
The objection is sustained.
Your Honor, we have civility.
Yeah, well, why don't we just take the temperature down if you have actual questions to ask her, please do so. It's not the time to argue with her.
Okay, so although this is a civil case, not a criminal case, there is a jury present to make the final decision, which is exactly why the lawyer is trying really hard to provoke Cardi B, maybe even getting her to throw a shoe or two, because in that way, in the jury's eyes, she will look like she is guilty as fuck, completely destroying her character and making her look like she is too violent to handle. And that way, the security guard will have a much easier time in convincing the jury that this incident that happened over 8 years ago without any evidence or witness on her side was more than likely Cardi B's fault. So what's the lawyer's strategy? To be a complete asshole.
What were you holding in your hand at the time when you got off the elevator? Nothing, correct? You weren't holding anything, were you? You had both of your hands free to do whatever you wanted to do, correct? Yes or no?
Objection, relevance.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And if you wanted to scratch or cut her face with your right hand or your left hand, if you wanted to do it, you could have done it, correct?
But
You're
I
not
didn't.
disabled,
But
right?
I didn't because I had a baby inside me.
How did she know?
Time out. Let's slow down the pace just a little bit before the opportunity to give objections and for the court reporter. What was the objection?
Argumentative, relevance. And again, I would ask that counsel lower his voice.
So, Your Honor, I was told yesterday that my voice was too low by others, so that's why it's a little bit higher today, so that everybody can hear what I could say, as well as the witness.
I think there's a difference between volume and tone. I think the volume is fine, the tone is a little bit argumentative.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I apologize. I will try to do my best to tone it down.
So in this part, you can see that Cardi is enraged. From her facial expression and her eyes, I believe she's already imagining this lawyer's head smashed on the bottom of one of her expensive Gucci heels. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if she was already taking off her shoes. But look at Cardi B's final expression. She seems to be saying, I know what game you're playing and I can play it better.
So again, I will ask you to tell us and admit to this fact that you are not disabled, correct?
I'm not what?
Are you disabled?
At that moment, no.
No. Are you disabled? Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you things I can't do?
And when the lawyer makes a failed attempt at sarcasm asking Cardi B if she's disabled, Cardi B immediately responds more sarcastically, implying that he might be a little slow.
Retarded.
How many months pregnant were you?
I was around 13 to 12 weeks.
Months? 4 months? 3 months? 3 to 4 months. Fair enough? Did you have a bulging belly?
No, I didn't.
And here enters in Cardi B's first meme expression. But don't get it twisted, this ain't just no meme face. She is completely dissing the lawyer in open court. When Cardi B says she's 12 weeks pregnant, the lawyer insists on saying 4 months. And in the face of such stupidity, Cardi B responds with an even more ridiculous face to mock the lawyer's lack of intelligence.
During the few minutes or 1 minute or whatever minutes it was that you were with Imani Ellis, during that period of time of your life and her life, during that segment, just told us now, during that time period, at some point, you were chest to chest. You agree?
Yes.
There was physical contact between her chest and your chest, correct?
Yes.
Now, when you had the chest-to-chest contact, at that moment, were you angry?
I was mostly nervous.
Were you angry?
Yes, I was angry.
How angry were you?
Depends on the level of angry, to be honest with you.
Let's talk about the level. I'm going to go from a scale of 1 to 10. On the scale of 1 to 10, what was the level of your anger when you were chest to chest with this person?
Objection.
On the date of the incident.
Sorry, objection taken.
You were at a high level of anger when you were chest to chest with her, correct?
Objection recommended.
I don't think I was like on a high level of angry. I was more on a high level of concern. Very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to fucking beat my ass. Hello?
Hello. Hello, I'm here.
Now you can see this lawyer continues to provoke Cardi, and Cardi almost loses control. But next, you'll see the best diss back.
So when she was going to beat you, like you just testified, what did she do to have you believe that she was going to beat you? What did she do?
She was on my face, chest to chest, and while we arguing, she's backing me. So we practically arguing, and I'm backing, and she's like walking forward.
Right. And she's, you said she's bigger than you, is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
I'm looking, I don't agree with that.
So Cardi not only insults a lawyer's intelligence, but she also insults his ability to see, because clearly there's a very large size difference between the two women.
When you were standing face to face, were your eyes like the same level, or did she look taller, did she look shorter? What is your recollection?
We was face to face, so she's practically like my height, or just much taller, but she was practically like my height. But she is like
what? Say it.
Security heavy.
What does security heavy mean? Just tell us. There's no harm. What does that mean?
Like she just looks a little like she could protect the building.
Security heavy? Cardi B creates another term in court to mock a woman's weight. This has got to be the smoothest fat shame I've ever seen. And what exactly is security heavy? The kind of heavy that can protect the entire building.
How dare you?
Did Imani Ellis tell you that you're stupid?
Your Honor, relevant.
I really don't remember. She did. She was cursing at me though.
What were the words that she used?
You're gonna get the fuck out of my building. You're gonna get the fuck out of my building. I can do whatever the fuck I want. And then it's like when I was telling her, it's like, why you was recording me? She said, it's my fucking phone. It's my phone. You're in my building. That's what she was telling me. And she was like, oh, she also, oh yeah. She also was saying like, "Cause I don't give a f you are. I don't give a f you are."
Okay. And you remember her telling you that?
I remember that.
Those exact words?
Yes.
And did that make you angry?
Yes, absolutely.
When you get angry, you black out and maybe not realize what happens next?
No.
Do you know if you blacked out on the date of the incident? At any time?
Now, the lawyer is trying to prove that Cardi B is emotionally unstable and easily angered. All the while, Cardi B responds with another classic "Hey, one how." But who doesn't get angry during an argument? How stupid does one have to be to ask such a question?
You're so dumb.
So Cardi completely sees through the lawyer's tricks and counters with a series of meme expressions, leaving the lawyer ultimately not knowing how to proceed with the questioning.
Did you ever apologize on those internet or emails or whatever you posted? Did you ever on the posts apologize for anything that you did that day? Do you feel by using all those words you should have apologized? Are you aware that your security guard spoke to Imani Ellis in the lobby shortly after this incident? Are you aware of that? Okay.
I'm not aware of that. He didn't tell me he talked to her.
Are you aware that your security guard, Karan Newton, on the day of the incident, apologized to Miss Ellis on your behalf? Did your security guard tell you that he apologized to Miss Ellis on your behalf at any time? Have you ever been assaulted and battered in your life?
Objection, Your Honor.
Have you ever been abused in your life?
Okay.
If you're out of questions, you can ask questions.
Did you know that by your actions, you took away the feeling of safety for Imani Ellis?
All right. Counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in the final 10 minutes, the lawyer becomes so pissed by Cardi B's meme expressions that she can't formulate a complete and effective question. And almost all the lines of questioning are dismissed by the judge. Simply put, Cardi B, while on the witness stand, not only humiliates the security guard who's suing her, but also humiliates the lawyer that she hired.
Did you see on her face any scratches?
No.
Did you see on her face any cuts?
None.
Did you see on her face any blood?
No.
Did you see any injury at all on her face that day?
None.
And did you see spit or spittle or any other fluid on her, anywhere on her?
No.
During the course of this, did you hear Ms. Ellis say something to the effect, and I apologize, "I will fuck your up"?
Yes.
At any time, did you see Cardi B on plaintiff?
No.
Did you see her on anyone?
No.
Did you see Cardi B take a swing at plaintiff?
No.
Did you see Cardi B hit plaintiff?
No.
Did you see Cardi B scratch or cut plaintiff with her fingernails?
No.
Did you see Cardi B threaten to get plaintiff fired?
No.
Did you hear Cardi B call plaintiff the N-word? And by that I mean the whole N-G-E-R.
No.
Did you hear Cardi B call plaintiff fat or poor?
No.
Did you ever see... Well, did you see plaintiff... I take it you saw plaintiff hit your receptionist, is that correct?
Yeah. And the only two witnesses in this case happen to be on Cardi B's side, because one of them is the doctor she was going to see and the other was his receptionist. And they both testified that 8 years ago, although these two women were arguing with each other, that Cardi B didn't touch her, definitely didn't scratch her, and if that anyone had any injuries on their face, it was a receptionist who got attacked by the security guard. So, can you guess the outcome of this trial?
So don't you ever think that you're gonna sue me and I'm just gonna settle and just give me my money. But I'm giving a warning. I am not that celeb that you're gonna sue and you think it's gonna settle. I'm not gonna settle, especially when I'm super completely innocent. I know I got a little reputation, but I swear to God I'm innocent. I swear to God, like this, like I'm really innocent for real.
The entire jury found Cardi B completely unliable for any of the accusations against her. That's right, Cardi B, a gang as fuck stripper from the Bronx, completely outsmarted some highly educated lawyers in court, all with a few well-timed, accurately placed meme facial expressions.
Nailed it.
That brings us to today's lesson. If you try to scam a stripper who came from the bottom, she will strip you from top to bottom, leaving you with no assets, no dignity, and very, very security heavy.
Now I know. And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.